my name is Camilla, and this week I'm coming back to you guys with another meal prep video. For breakfast, I'm going to be keeping it pretty simple and just doing some protein shakes. For lunch, I'm going to do like a grilled chicken salad, and for dinner, I'm going to do stuffed chicken breast with mashed cauliflower and some asparagus. If you want to see how I made this week's meal prep, then just keep on watching. Okay, so we're gonna get started with our stuffed chicken breast. I have my pan preheated, and I'm just gonna add some cooking spray to it. And I'm actually about to cook up some fresh spinach. You could also do this with frozen spinach. You would just make sure you completely defrost it and drain all the water out. But I actually couldn't find any frozen spinach, so I'm just gonna cook up some fresh spinach. And I know it looks like a lot, but if you cook spinach, then you know that it cooks down to basically nothing. So I'm gonna cook this whole package of spinach down until it wilts, and then we'll move on to the next step. Okay, so our our spinach is cooked all the way down. And so right here, what I have is some ice water, and I'm gonna put it in there to cool because I'm actually about to use it, and I need to squeeze out the moisture that's in it. But obviously I can't handle it if it's too hot. So to stop the cooking process, I'm gonna put it in some ice water. So in this bowl, I have that spinach that we put in the ice water. I drained it out in some paper towels completely. I'm gonna add some reduced fat cream cheese in here. And it's hard to get out because I've been having it in that room temperature for like the past couple of hours. Because you want it to be softened. Because if it's straight out of the refrigerator, it's gonna be really, really hard to work with. To this, we're gonna add some seasonings. So I'm gonna add some of my pink salt. I'm gonna add some of my Mrs. Dash table blend. Y'all ignore my dog, he just run down the steps. I'm gonna add some of this Slap Your Mama seasoning. Some black pepper. I got that, guys. Next, I'm gonna add some black pepper, and then I have some reduced fat mozzarella cheese. I'm just gonna add some of this in here. This all together. Okay, guys, I actually ended up switching to a fork because that kind of made it easier to mix everything together. So this is what your filling should look like when it's all mixed in. The next thing we're gonna work on is our chicken breast, and I have my skillet preheating. I'm actually gonna get some grapeseed oil and add it to the pan so that it can be nice and hot when we add our chicken in. Let's swirl that around. This is the same pan I had my spinach in. So for our chicken breast, I have 3 chicken breasts here, and I'm actually gonna rinse these off. Okay, so now that we have our cooking chicken washed and clean, we're actually going to butterfly it. So you're gonna take your knife and begin to just cut it open. You're gonna butterfly it open just like that, and I'm gonna do that to the other 2 pieces. And the reason I'm only doing 3 is because really a whole one for me is too much, so I split it in half. But feel free to do as many as you can eat. gonna go wash my hands and then season the chicken and add the filling. I'm gonna basically season the chicken with the same seasonings that we use for our filling. So some of the Slap Your Mama, a little bit of my pink salt. There we go. Some Mrs. Dash table blend. And some black pepper. Now we're just gonna add our filling to the chicken, and I also have some toothpicks over there to seal it up. Close it over like that, like so. Toothpicks here. Chicken. And then we're going to add it to our pan. And also make sure that your oven is preheated to 350 degrees because we're going to finish this chicken in the oven. I'm gonna season the other side of the chicken. Because all you want to do is get it kind of like golden on the outside, and then we're gonna finish it in the oven. I'm gonna season the other side of the chicken, and then I'll show it to you guys before I put it in the oven. Okay, so I flipped the chicken over, and we had a little bit of extra filling, so I'm gonna add some more to the top, just to let it cook on top. And we're about to put it in the oven to finish cooking for maybe between 10 to 15 minutes. You just want to make sure that it's all the way done, but you don't want to overcook it. And I'm using a heat-safe pan, so I can actually put the entire pan in the oven, and it's at 350. So while the chicken is in the oven, we're gonna go ahead and season this chicken up for our chicken salad. I'm taking some of my kicking chicken seasoning, and I already have some oil preheating in my cast iron pan. I'm gonna add some of my Mrs. Dash garlic and herb. Some garlic powder. Some onion powder. Some of my pink salt. And some black pepper. And then we're gonna add it to the pan. This pan is screaming hot. And these are really thinly sliced chicken breasts, so they're not gonna take any time to cook it. While they're in the pan, we're gonna go ahead and season the other side. So we're gonna make the sides that are gonna go with our stuffed chicken breast. So I have some asparagus here, and you want to figure out where to chop it at, you want to take one of the asparagus and see where it naturally snaps it. and you don't want to use the end piece. So I see where my asparagus snapped for that one. Then I line all of them up according to that mark, and then I cut them at the same place where it snapped on the other one. That's just my oven that I have preheated to 425. And I actually have 2 bunches of them, but what I'm gonna do is make a foil pack for my asparagus. So I'm gonna take my asparagus, put it on my foil. I wanna take a little bit of my grapeseed oil. You guys know this is my favorite oil. I'm gonna take some of my Goya seasoning. Some of my garlic and herb from Mrs. Dash. And some black pepper. And I'm just gonna kind of mix this all together. Cover it in the foil. And then I'm going to pop this in the oven for about 15 to 20 minutes. Okay, so to get started with our cauliflower mash, what I have here is 2 heads of cauliflower, and I'm just going to cut them from the stem. You really don't have to be too precise, just to get it off of there. And then I have over here some water that's boiling, and I'm just gonna add my cauliflower in and let it cook for about 15-ish minutes until it's tender. Just kind of breaking it up into pieces. I'm gonna cut my second head. Into my water. I'm gonna cover these back up and let it cook, like I said, for about 15 minutes. Okay, so I'm about to make my salad that I'm gonna put that grilled chicken on. I have this spring mix that I'm gonna add to my bowl because I'm gonna kind of like toss some of the ingredients together. And then what I have here is some romaine that I'm just gonna chop up and add to it. I'm gonna add some of my table blend by Mrs. Dash. This is really good on salads and gives it a little bit of extra flavor. I'm gonna add some of my pink salt. And I'm gonna add some black pepper. And then just with my clean hands, I'm gonna toss all of this together. And the last thing I'm gonna do is put all of these into my meal prep containers and slice up the chicken. They're gonna go on the top. Okay, so we have our cauliflower. It is 100% cooked now. So we're just gonna add it to actually our blender. Well, my mixer it's a Ninja. And I'm probably gonna have to make this into 2 batches. And then I'm gonna add in some garlic paste to it. I'm gonna add a little bit of chicken broth. I'm gonna add some Mrs. Dash garlic and herb. I'm going to add some pink salt. And don't be shy with the salt because it needs it. And I'm going to add some black pepper. And I'm going to add some of my reduced fat Fiesta blend cheese. And I'm going to whip them up. Our finished meal prep. Like I said, for breakfast I'm just doing some protein shakes this week because as you guys know from my previous video, I'm coming off of a liquid diet, so I really didn't want to do too much this week. So this is my favorite brand, is the Premier Protein brand. I really like their strawberries and cream shake. Then for lunch we just had that chicken that we made, and I boiled some eggs and put it on top of that salad mix that we had. And then like I said, I cut those chicken breasts in half and I put it on top of our cauliflower mash with our asparagus. And then for a snack, I just had some of my Skinny Girl popcorn. But this, guys, is our completed meal prep. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope that you all enjoyed it. If you did, share with someone else who you think might enjoy it and leave it a big thumbs up. Leave me some comments down below letting me know some of the meal preps that you would like to see in the future. Subscribe and click the notification bell so that you don't miss any of my uploads. Have a blessed week. Bye.